Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. We are back again. And Arsenal have lost another preseason game to Chelsea. That's what we're going to speak about in this video. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel as well, because we're going to speak a lot. Arsenal losing another preseason game. It's embarrassing. It's utterly embarrassing. Yes, everybody's gonna say, people are gonna say whatever they want to say. It's preseason, this and that. But for me, Arsenal losing that game, it's embarrassing. Now we played 5 preseason games, lost 2, drawn 1, and won 2. And the 2 we've won is Millwall and Watford. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back. Let's try to get into it. Let's try to understand this situation as it happened at the Emirates Stadium this afternoon. Right. So this is these were the starting lineups, and those are the that is the score. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. Granit Xhaka scoring for us after Kai Havertz had actually scored in the 26th minute. Tammy Abraham as well getting the winner in that game. So this is how we started. Banleno started in goal. Chambers, Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, and Kian Tierney. Mohamed El Neni and Thomas Partey played in that central midfield pivot. Nicola Pepe, Emil Smith-Rowe, Aubameyang, and Alexander Lacazette started for Arsenal in a system of a 4-2-3-1. Chelsea, on the other side, they started with a lot of quality, by the way, more than I expected. They played a 3-4-3 with Edouard Mendy in goal, with Rudiger, Chalobah, and Katsuma as a back 3. Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, and Callum Hudson-Odoi played in a midfield 4, and Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz actually played in a front 3. It ended Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. That is how it has ended. Let's look at some of the statistics in this game before we actually go any further. Let's try to look at some of the statistics in the game and try to make sense of them. So, this is statistics in the 90 minutes. Arsenal managed 14 shots on target, on goal, sorry. Chelsea managed 17. 5 shots on target for Arsenal, 5 shots on target for Chelsea as well. 44% accuracy, possession, 56% possession. Passes, Arsenal recorded for 419 passes, and Chelsea recorded 527 passes in that game. Passing accuracy, we had 87%, Chelsea had 88%. Falls per 90, we had 10, and Chelsea also had 10 falls in the 90 minutes. Yellow cards, we had 1, they had 2. No red cards in the game. We have offside 4 times, and Chelsea were offside 3 times. 6 corners each side. Each side actually recorded 6 corners. So if you look at the statistics in that game, we were never far away. We were not so far away from Chelsea. We were actually that close in terms of shots. In terms of shots on target, they had 5. We had 5. We had 17 shots on goal. They had 14. But again, we lost the game, and that's what we're going to talk about. Why we lost the game. My understanding of this game, why we lost it, and why I think Arsenal need to do better. Absolutely better. This was bad. This was disheartening. Absolutely disheartening. So let's start off with the easy things that everyone saw in that game. Mistakes. The mistakes we were committing last season, the mistakes we committed last season are the same mistakes Arsenal committed in this game. Mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. That's the first thing. I mean, if you watch the game, that's the first thing you should have seen. Mistake after mistake after. Both goals we've conceded are products of mistakes, and we should have conceded around 4 goals from mistakes. Around 4 goals from individual mistakes. Hexa Bellerin, and this is what is funny. Why are these men still at this football club? Why is Hexa Bellerin still lingering around Arsenal Football Club? Why is Sid Kolasinac still around? We have spoken about it whole season that these guys are not good enough. These guys are deadwood, and it just so what Hector Bellerin did, and it cost us a goal, and it cost us a game. If you're in the Premier League, those are 3 points gone to a rival. Easy points given to Chelsea. This was, look, this was an easy win for Chelsea because they literally didn't have to do anything. They had to sit back and wait for us to make a mistake and score. Exactly what we were doing last season against Villarreal. Mikel said, and I still remember his press conference. He said, the opponents are always good enough. We don't need to grant them chances. They need to work for their chances. We committed almost every player in that Arsenal side, from Aubameyang, who scored an own goal against Burnley. Every player in the Arsenal side made a mistake last season, and that at least half of the team made mistakes that actually cost us points or cost us games. And we spoke about it, and we said Mikel needs to address this as we enter the new season. That is one of the points. That's one of the key points you've got to address. How does the team actually handle mistakes? Why do we commit so many mistakes? Why are we so reckless? It's the same thing. Xhaka and Bellerin partnering together to lose the ball, and Tammy Abraham has it in silver plate. And look, I don't know whether he's good enough, but he's never going to miss from that area. He's never going to miss from that mark. He's never going to miss from there. Absolutely never. It's not happening. And Tammy Abraham scores an easy one. What have we learned from last season? What are we taking into the new season? Because look, anyone can say, Cossy, it is mere preseason. But, if we lose a game in preseason while we are decent, that is fine. That is okay. I'm okay with that. Lose in a decent way. Let us see some improvements. Let us see something that Mikel Arteta has taught these lads ever since maybe they came back in training, or ever since last season. The mistakes. We are entering a new season. Look, we are entering a new season. 99% the same old Arsenal. We were in the last 2 seasons. Mistake after mistake, lack of confidence. We are like, we are so shaky. The players are so sloppy. The moment it didn't take Ben White more than 5 minutes on the pitch to make a supersonic save. And I know he must be asking himself, which team have I joined? Because that's the question. If I were Ben White, that is the question I'm asking myself. Which team, which side is this? Have I joined? Hector Bellerin. I don't know. Mohamed El Neni, again, he committed a very silly mistake, and Leno took the blame in the last preseason game before Chelsea. That was against Watford. And everyone was like, oh, Leno is so bad at playing from the back. El Neni gets that ball in a comfortable position, and he tries to take on one player and actually fails. It's not Leno, it is Mohamed El Neni. And I'm asking myself, why is no one talking about Mohamed El Neni leaving the club? Why is Hector Bellerin still around? Why is Xhaka? Because these players have already shown you they want to go. Hector Bellerin's mind is in Milan because that is where fashion is. Let him go. Try to understand the situation. Let him go. We've got to move them on. They're not good enough. Absolutely. Xhaka scored. What a goal. What a header. I rarely see him score those wins. Of course, I rarely see him score. Well, when do I see Xhaka score often? I do rarely see him score. But they're not good enough. They are not the quality we want to take into the new Premier League season. That's what we are talking about. That is what I'm saying. These lads do not deserve a position, do not deserve a place in the new Premier League season. They don't deserve it. They don't have the quality. They don't have the heart. They don't have the character. They have no nothing. Absolutely. They have no nothing. The moment Albert Samuel Lokonga steps in that midfield, there is something you see. You don't see it with Granit Xhaka. You don't see it with Hector Bellerin. You don't see it with Eddie Nketiah. They are just not good enough. However much we will speak about Joe Willock, oh, he scored many goals at Newcastle, oh, Granit Xhaka had a very good campaign in the Euros, oh, Hector Bellerin, they're just not good enough. No backing them anymore. We've backed them for almost more than half a decade, 5 good years. It doesn't take a good player a decade to prove that they're good enough. I'm telling you, good players are good players, and that's it. That's it. The moment we saw Nuno Tavares in the first game, yeah, we knew there was something about him. There is something about him. Yes, he could be a bit sloppy defensive-wise. Maybe you can, you can work on that. He's just 21 years of age. He's young. Xhaka ain't young. Bellerin is not young. Edin Ketia is not giving us anything different. Yes, he could be young, but he's not developing. You don't see signs of further development in Edin Ketia. This is what we're talking about. And I was watching a clip from FTV, and what was interesting is they made a prediction. It's not Robbie, it wasn't Robbie, but they made a prediction. Someone made a prediction. I won't say the name, and he said Xhaka is not leaving, Bellerin is not leaving. At this point in time, the Guardian is saying Inter Milan, if they fail to get Bellerin, Arsenal have plans. What plans are those? We want to give him a new contract. We want to give Xhaka a new contract because he has failed to secure a move away from the club. What does that teach you? If you have a player who you believe is good enough but cannot find a possible, at least let us have 5 clubs fighting for him, and the price actually beats them. But it was only Roma. It is only Roma that were interested in Granit Xhaka. What does that show you? If you put him out for sale, if you have an agreement with a player that, you know what, you can leave in the next summer, clubs should be fighting. If United put up Pogba and they say Pogba is 20 million euros, how many clubs would be fighting to get Pogba? If N'Golo Kante was 15 or 30 million euros or 40 million euros at the moment and is up for grabs, how many clubs would be fighting to get him? That's what I'm saying. These men are just not good enough. Not good enough. The passing is poor. Everything is poor about them. And what is even more scary is Partey has picked up an injury in that game. Don't know yet how serious it is, but if Partey is injured, Xhaka stays. Absolutely. Xhaka stays. And that is where the havoc comes on. So I picked up a couple of talking points in that game. And the first one we've talked about is the mistakes. We've got to work on these people. We've got to work on this. 5 seconds in, we are playing at Manchester City last season, and Rob Holding has lost track of Raheem Sterling, and we concede from a header. 5 seconds. 2 minutes in. Jota comes on. We are playing Liverpool. Jota comes onto the pitch. 2 minutes in, he scored a double. Because mistakes. This has been a song. And I'm asking myself, what exactly is this manager doing? What are we getting from Mikel? Because, look, you might say the manager needs players, things like that. But are you saying the manager can't deal with players making silly, stupid mistakes per 90? We are making almost 6 mistakes per 90, and that costs you 3 games. I told you when we were doing that Welcome to Arsenal Ben White video, and I said we conceded almost 1.35 goals per 90 and scored 1.5 goals per 90. If you look at our goal difference last season, it's not more than 10. You're not going anywhere. You're absolutely not going. I think our goal difference was around 4 or 5. You're not going anywhere if you're just giving away goals, if you're giving away points for free. You're not going anywhere. And Arsenal won't go anywhere if we are giving away goals for free. If you're giving away, points for free, we can't go anywhere. It's absolutely crazy. Make sure you do smash the like button, people. Thanks everybody for doing that. Let's get them to 50 likes right about now. Smash the like button. Let's get them to 50 right now. So people, that's the first thing. Mistakes. Mikel needs to work on this. Oh, look, I've never believed in him. It's not time. I won't say Mikel Arteta out in this one. I won't say it. But in the first 10 games, because Chelsea is playing us against us in the first 2 games of the season. We have two North London derbies in the opening in the opening 3 games. Spurs, sorry, in the opening 7 games, we have Spurs and Chelsea, big clubs. We are playing City as well. Now imagine, because the team we have played today, if you have seen it, the team we have played today is our starting 11, without doubt. They are our starting 11. I would love to say, I would love us to take a look. Take a look. Right. There you go. Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, Kian Tierney, Ban Leno. Only one of them, and that is only Rob Holding, is replaced by Ben White. The rest are starters. Thomas Partey, Mohamed El Neni. Those are Arsenal senior players. Nicola Pepe, Emu Smith-Rowe, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Those are regular starters. And Alexander Lacazette. Regular faces, regular starters. What does that communicate to you is we brought our best army and it was not anywhere close to good enough. Not anywhere close to good enough. What does that mean? What does that mean for the new season? What does that mean for the old season? We have, we finished 8th with the same team. That's not good enough. On top of that, they commit mistakes for fun. It's like, you know what? I'll commit one, you'll commit the other. I've seen Mohamed El commit a mistake in that game. I've seen Bellerin commit a mistake in that game. I've seen Xhaka do that in that game as well. I've seen so many players do silly mistakes. Just reckless mistakes. And we are 12 days away from a new season. 12 days away from a new season. What exactly are we on as Arsenal Football Club? That's the question. Right. I looked at the quality as well, and I said this football club. Of course, I said it in the preview. If you're playing Chelsea and you're Arsenal Football Club, one thing you know is the quality is not there. The quality is not there. Look, where you have Ban Leno, they have Edouard Mendy. Where you have Chambers, they have Rhys James or Cesar Azpilicueta. We have Rob Holding. They're having Rudiger. We have Pablo Mari. They'll be bringing in a Jules Koundé. We have Kian Tierney. They have Ben Chilwell. We have Thomas Partey and El Neni. They have N'Golo Conte and Kovacic or Jorginho. Either we have Pepe. They have Kai Havertz. We have Smith-Rowe. They have Pulisic. Where you have Aubameyang. It's not easy to compare. And how you do that, how you get in the leagues of, how you get in the lane of those, of those teams in terms of quality, is recruitment in the summer. That is what the transfer window is about. Is all about. You've got to recruit more players. You've got to recruit new players, and we are slipping. The deadwood is still seated here, and new players are also on the other side not coming in. So we are stuck. We are stuck, and we have less time running. I mean, if we enter the season like this, I don't know what to expect, really. I really don't know what to expect. If Arsenal enter the season like this, it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard for us to finish even 6th in the next season. It's gonna, because you have Albert Sambi-Lokonga maybe playing with Granit Xhaka, because with Partey, it looks like now he's gonna be injury prone all the time. It looks like he's going to suffer a lot of injuries, and it would be what a pity that would be. A lot of money paid for him, and we will miss the potential he has as a player. So you have Lokonga now. You start the season with Albert Sambi-Lokonga and Granit Xhaka. Lol. Wow. Good job, Arsenal. Really, really good job. But if we look at that, if we look at some of the things we saw on that page, I don't know what you saw, but I was disgusted. I was reminded of the Villarreal game we played in the semi-finals of the Europa League. When we were fighting hard as much as we could. We were fighting as hard as we could to get somewhere, to get at least close to the finals. And the players played as if They had nothing to fight for. We don't have any character. We don't have any fighting spirit in this Arsenal side. It is simply not there. Simply, right from last season into the preseason and probably into the next season, the fighting spirit in this Arsenal side is simply not there. I've not seen players. It's only Ben White that I've seen trying to fight so that we don't concede. Rob Holding, I've not seen. Pablo Mari, I've not seen. It's like this. The team is if we were electric, we've lost the electricity. Honestly, we've lost the electricity. But how do we begin this season? I said in the preview that this is a game that gives you a chance to test your opponents. As Chelsea, you're playing them soon, very soon, at the beginning of the league. This is an opportunity for you to test yourself and give an appraisal of who we are. We have gotten the right appraisal. Look, we are not going to play. Wake up, people. We are not going to play better than this when the league starts. That is how Arsenal Football Club plays, because we're not even going to be thinking about winning the league. So we don't have any motivation. I don't know what we can do to motivate this club, but there is no motivation in these players, and this is how they will play when the league starts. There's no question about that. Aubameyang missing sitters and sitters and sitters. And I'm asking myself, what are we gonna do? Aubameyang is our main, is our main source of goals. We know that. Alexander Lacazette was lucky to have the goals last season. This season, you never know; they might not come, right? So Aubameyang is our main source of goals, and he's not back yet. Season is beginning; he's not back yet. We don't have a number 10. We don't have a central midfielder, and we want to keep Hector Bellerin. I think that really tells you much about this club. That speaks volumes about Arsenal Football Club. Volumes and volumes and volumes. You don't need to hear so many. You don't need to hear so much. The moment that we think about keeping Hector Bellerin, the moment we want to reverse our decision on Xhaka, how many times are we reversing our decision on Granit Xhaka? At the moment we fail to get in the number 10, it speaks volumes of this football club. A club that has lost its way, a club that has lost its purpose, a club that has lost its ambition. It's like we are a very good. We are really suited for a mid-table side, because if we're playing mid-table, we can give mid-table teams a run for their money, because at least we shall collect 50 points in a season. We'll give them a run for their money. But top 4, top 5, like this, there is no chance. There's absolutely no chance. These men, you cannot even appraise. You can't give anyone. You can't appraise one by one, because literally none of them, for me, stands out. None of them. We were shouting Millwall, Watford. I didn't even do much reactions for those games. Yes, we won them. There was a little bit of progress in those games, but look at the quality. Now the real quality has actually shown us what Arsenal is all about. We have a goalkeeper that has lost his confidence. We have 3 right backs that do not give you one correct right back, even if you join them together. We have Rob Holding, who signed a new contract, and I'm still asking myself, what did he do to deserve a new contract? What exactly did he do to deserve a new contract? We have Mohamed El Neni, who's actually been at this football club for 5 years, and I'm asking myself, how has he come to Arsenal? How has he come to live at Arsenal for 5 years? And no one is speaking about him leaving. No one. Everybody's like, Mohamed El Neni could actually stay at Arsenal for another season. To do what? How do we benefit? How are we benefiting from Mohamed El Neni staying? Good squad player. For me, not good enough. Really not good enough. You've got to speak about this. The Chelsea we lost to is the Chelsea side we are playing in almost 3 weeks' time, and I didn't see any signs of weakness in that Chelsea side that we tried to exploit. No signs. Yeah, there were a couple of talking points. I know many Arsenal fans who are deluded are gonna go out there and say, Cossy, that was a goal. That was a goal. It hit behind the line. We should have created more chances than that. We should have pressed Chelsea. We were at the carpet. We were at the Emirates Stadium. And we didn't do enough. Absolutely didn't do enough. There's no progress whatsoever. There's no progress in this Arsenal side. From last season into the new season, that with that transition does not have progress. It's a mere transition from last season, actually from the last 3 seasons into next season. It's just a mere transition, just a channel for us to enter a new season. There is absolutely no progress. No progress at all. The attack has not improved. The defense still makes a lot of mistakes, and the midfield is empty. Just look at that first goal we are conceding. The moment Chelsea get into possession, they just run through the midfield. It's empty, absolutely empty. We are trying to play out from the back, and we concede another goal from playing out from the back. Hekibi, Dua Lipa is trying to pass the ball to Granit Xhaka. Both of them are Italian players, should be Italian players now. One for Roma and the other for Inter Milan. We are trying to play out from the back, something that doesn't make sense because we have actually tried and tried and tried. It doesn't work. Another goal conceded from that mistake. And I'm asking myself, how long are we going to concede? How many more goals shall we concede before we wake up? How many goals shall we concede before Arsenal become any serious? That's the big question. How many shall we concede before we become serious? Dominated by Chelsea at the carpet, 56% ball possession. What are you going to say? We played the young lads. They were not there in this game. It was the mature side. It is the senior team that was playing Chelsea, and we actually didn't do enough. Simply that. It's preseason. Don't want to say a lot. Don't want to talk a lot. Simply not good enough. The words I've said, we said during last season, and I'm sure we shall say the same words throughout next season. The manager needs to do something. Otherwise, for me, Mikel does not stand a chance. He does not, because we might speak about a blueprint, but it's nowhere to be seen. We are not playing anything. We are not playing any kind of football as Arsenal. We've got to create our own identity, lose by playing what is ours. That is what I'm asking for. That is all I need at the moment. Lose a game by playing what is ours. Don't try to force to win games by playing disorganized football. That's all. Let's see what you people are saying in the chat. Hope you guys well. Hope you guys are well. It's for me. It's frustrating. No, really frustrating. Really frustrating, man. Losing games in that nature doesn't make sense for me. Really doesn't make sense for me. Absolutely. There is no time to trust the process. Aubameyang, what the hell? Hope you're doing well, Alex. Our mistake come mostly from our number. You didn't say, you didn't complete that. Dennis, right? Firstly, the captain is non-ready. Our goalkeeper is still learning how to play from the back, and Bellerin shows where he stands as a national player. And I'm asking myself, when are we getting ready? The captain is not ready. The goalkeeper is not ready. Who is ready? And when are we getting ready? Because the season has started. We prepared for a whole campaign. It didn't work out. And we are entering another campaign. It's not working out. When are we going to be ready? This should be the reason why we will not buy better players. Okay, Thompson. We need Martinez and Madison. Right after afternoon Diego. Mistake comes mostly from our number one, the goalkeeper Bellerin, and Aubameyang. Look, I don't want. I really don't want to point fingers a lot I think the team is, all the team is not good enough. We've got to say it. We've got to say it, and we've got to say it out loud. This team not good enough, including the manager. Edwin says Ateta out. Partey injury prone. You can't rely on him. By Bissouma, second to Lex. We have to patank our players. It's according to Ganda. How you doing, my man, Glenn? Hope you're doing well. Freda says, hi, Cossy. Good evening. I don't know why Ateta is wasting our time to keep those of Elneny and Bellerin. We need a right back, a better defensive one, right? Lex, why did they give Cedric a long-term contract if he's not there in their plan? I even don't think. Look, you're right, but I even don't think Cedric is good enough as well. I don't think Cedric is good enough as well. I don't think so. Don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough. Honestly, I don't think it's good enough. If you're talking about, an elevation, he's not that elevation we're looking for. Ashraf TV says, good evening, bro. Hope you're doing well. Today we're with Saka and Balogun. These are going to Sewava. Dua Lipa must go. Second to Tony. Please let's give Ateta till not be beyond January. If this is to continue, okay, Stanley. Ateta should wake up. This according to Sam. Pick up Sam. Right. Ateta is non-serious according to Ronald. Bob says we are playing Spurs next week with a half-broke side. Arsenal need to change their entire direction. We still have defensive issues, are not good enough going forward. Someone needs to drive that ball forward. Right. Aubameyang should be dropped seriously. His form is not good at all. Lex. Davi says, Ateta, please make sure no panic. My dear, seems the season starting soon next week. All right. Link. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing the link as well to you, my bro. Idris says we need a perfect striker. All right. Okay. Raptors, my man, says I think it was 2-2 despite of bits and pieces performance. We got robbed of that second goal due to lack of goal line technology. But I agree with you, critical stats. I am Bellerin fan, but he must stop making the mistakes. I'm not his fan as well. I'm not his fan on the other side. Not really his fan. Tell us about the confirmed signings. It's not time for confirmed signings. It's a match reaction at the moment. Rashid says, sure, it should have ended 2-2, but still the way we gave away the second goal is appalling. That's what I'm saying. You're right. I mean, okay, should have been 1-1. We shouldn't say 2-2. Should have been 1-1 if you don't give away that stupid goal. Should have been 1-1. That's what I'm saying. Arsenal need to do better. Absolutely. Mari, Elneny, Bellerin were absolutely trashed. That's according to Raptors. When will your Saka return to match fitness? I don't think Saka is suffering from match fitness because he's played a couple of games. Diego, he's played a couple of games in the Euros. I think he's just getting enough time to rest. Arteta is clueless. Xhaka is a waste. It's according to the name is hard. Today's team is like old wine in a new bottle. Exactly. You're right. Exactly. That is the wise statement everyone should, I should have said that. Pick up. What a statement. Old wine, new bottle. Looks good on, it looks good on the outside because we have new jerseys, right? Yeah, we have new jerseys. We're putting on new jerseys. But it really doesn't give us anything new. Nothing. Arteta will still bring us to position behind 8th place. This according to Brian. Okay. I think there are players like Bellerin, Holding, Elneny that need to leave. Seiko Rashid, exactly, old wine in a new bottle. Okay. Arsenal needs strikers. Arsenal needs. How much do we create? That's the question. Yes, Aubameyang is wasteful. Like I said, it's not scoring. But how much are we creating as a club as well? How much are we creating? Are we really creating enough? Are we creating enough? Before we say we need, and massive interest, improvement in striking, on the striking. Bonnie says Xhaka out. Frank says we need changes in our midfield. Raptor says Sambi Tavares played well for their second half. Limited time. I think Sambi doesn't have a problem, but you can't rush him in. You can't really rush him. You can't do that. Bellerin, Xhaka, Elneny, Nketiah, Auba, Laka all must go for sure. I'm really tired. This is according to Donald Trump. Cossy, we will finish 10th this season. It's according to Francis. I don't see things changing for us now in the upcoming championship. It's according to Seiko. All right. Tierney and Partey are injury prone players. With Kian Tierney, I think, because the good thing with Tierney is, he can play 8 good games for you. With Partey, I've not seen at least 8 good games. I've not seen that at the moment. Auba has failed 2 games straight. 2 more flops, then he should be left out. Not what a captain he needs to be. All right. Okay. Manda says, take our team club from this small boy, coach, please and please. I'm looking for a Mikel Arteta's blueprint. I'm looking at Mikel. I'm looking for Mikel. What exactly is Mikel injecting this Arsenal side ever since last season? This is what I'm going to be looking at, I think. I agree at Raptors, Auba demotivates the team sometimes. Westful, almost zero impact, right? If the captain is playing like that, okay. I think also you tend to blow things out of proportion. The team played well and showed potential. Wow, you're deluded. You're absolutely deluded. You absolutely deluded. If you think we played well, I think you're absolutely deluded. Or you're contented with Arsenal, with what Arsenal have. You're either one of the two things. You're either just contented, you believe, maybe you believe that is where Arsenal should be. And I don't blame you if you believe that is where Arsenal should be. I don't blame you. But if you've seen an Arsenal that possesses, games, that dominates games, and you say Arsenal played well with Mohamed Elneny in that pitch, you're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Really. Unbelievable, bro. We need Saka back and have Martinelli, ready if Martinez is not signed, because Auba doesn't look like scoring, and if he continues, then Arteta will be sacked in his first of 4-5 games. I don't see that happen as well. But what is the goal? What is the goal of Arsenal? Is just playing to participate. Arsenal is not thinking of winning trophies. We talked about the ambition. I did talk about, if you've been watching this channel, I did talk about the ambition of this club, and I questioned it very, very dearly. And I said, if Chelsea are throwing out Tammy Abraham, and we are picking Tammy, then our ambitions have got to be, questioned. And I think we don't need to question Arsenal's ambitions. They are quite clear. They're absolutely quite clear. A 50 million player, why put him on the bench? Look, for me, it's not. It was a preseason game. It was a preseason game. So I'm not fuming that we have lost the game. That is not why I'm fuming. No, I'm fuming that we have not actually improved any bits from last season. That is why I'm fuming. I would care less if Aziz played in that game and we played well. Even if Pepe played as centre back and we played well, I would care less. Absolutely. White looked so well defending, defending on the ball. Raptors. All right. Why Balogun wasn't introduced today? That's not going to do. Okay. There is lack of team spirit in the squad, more so when we lose the ball. So I don't think it's a team spirit. It's something so different. It's not even team spirit. I don't understand. I don't understand. We don't care. These players don't care. They just don't care. That's it. Elneny is 5 million, and I guess he's cheap. He's a cheap bench warmer without much a tantrum. Well, yeah, maybe. Saka is going to. I mean, Saka didn't play. That's all. They cannot even hold and protect the ball. That's it. That's it. And someone has the audacity to come out and lie to us, like we didn't watch the game. That what, we played. We played well. We showed a lot of potential. What potential did we show? What potential did we show? We didn't play well. We never had the potential. Nothing. The midfield is totally non-functional. Chelsea pressing was wow. Lose the ball and same time win it back. Yeah, I mean, their quality covered us. Their quality was they were all over us. I think it goes back to quality, and that's why we needed more signings. That's why we need to make better signings in this summer. Leeds are gonna do the same. Aston Villa will do the same. Leicester City will do the same because their quality is better than ours in the midfield. Seiko says, right, was replying to Mendaza. It's all because Albert didn't convert, and Bellerin, and Elneny and Murray kept making mistakes, and Willock goal was not given due to lack of goal line tech. Okay. The manager has no vision for Arsenal. That's according to Peter Conde. Muhammad says second goal is Arsenal defensive blunder. All right. The game should be 2-2. The game shouldn't be 2-2. The game shouldn't be 2-2. Chelsea failed to convert a couple of chances. Hakim Ziyech should have scored that. That should have been 3 goals for Chelsea. Vanna should have scored. Should have been 4 goals. I mean, if you look at the narrow picture, should have been 2-2. If you look at the wider picture, Chelsea have more goals in that game. They failed to convert more chances. The manager is lining on job. Arteta should have started from Championship. To me, he came too early for this challenge. This is according to Rashid. I watched the whole game. Both teams had their moments, but final score is 2-2. Willock goal not given due to lack of goal line technology. What about that Hakim Ziyech chance? What about that Hakim Ziyech chance? If it's Kai Havertz, if it's Kai Havertz, you don't say it's 2-2. You say it is 2-3 for Chelsea. Let's stop the excuses and let us. Okay, it should have been 2-2. It's not 2-2. Why didn't we make it 2-2? Why didn't we? So let's stop the excuses, people. Let's stop the excuses. They don't take us anywhere. If the club is making excuses, fans make excuses, players do make excuses. Where are we going? Arteta is the real issue. Bissouma to replace Xhaka. Arsenal really need talented strikers to compete with Aubameyang, and is given much pressure due to his inconsistent strikes. Right? Okay. Now, so many. I really do love. Right. Let's see what people are saying down here. Can see. So Martinez has rejected Arsenal. Arsenal need to get rid of Laka. I mean, the reports are contradictory. The reports are actually, contradictory. Okay, that's not excuse, bro. It was a goal. It was a goal. Yes. Okay. Let's say it was a goal, right? Let's say it was a goal, and Hakim Ziyech as well scored. Do we win the game? We don't. Yeah, we don't. And okay, if we score that one and it counts, right? And Chelsea do not score through that Bellerin mistake, how about that? Yeah. So it's a goal, but does it define our game? Does it change our game? Does it change the way we played? Does it change our intention? Does it change our urgency? Does it change our accuracy? Does it change our character? I don't think so. Not really. I believe the manager also must blame, must be blamed looking at the counter. That's according to Omlaja, right? Lex says, Leno vision in terms of back pass makes me sick. ever shaky. Yeah, I mean, his ball playing, skills are not really there, are they? Alba and Laka don't care about us. No, they both need to be sold. Bringing the youth Martinelli and Balogun to play their positions, it would be such a risk, wouldn't it? This would be really, really such a risk. Consider Smith Rowe's chance on the post and Willock goal. Come on. Come on. You can't start. I mean, you can't start counting goal posts. You can't start counting dead, balls hitting the woodwork, and you're like, that is, you can't rely on that. I mean, we shouldn't allow ourselves to go there. We shouldn't really allow ourselves to go there. We shouldn't do that. Honestly, people, we shouldn't do that. Starting saying if this had gone in, if this was counted, look, we're gonna fight with VAR next season, and with VAR, there's gonna be so many controversies. But how do you win a league? With VAR, you do better. Agree to it. We didn't do better. It's enough. We didn't do better. It's as simple as that. There's nothing wrong with criticizing your own team. Nothing wrong. We didn't do enough. We were not good enough. As simple as that. By the way, how would you rate Ben White? It's one game. It's one game, and really not even 90 minutes. I've seen him at Brighton. I was not really focusing on him, so I'll need a season. I need a season to look at him and see what exactly does he is he all about. What's wrong with Bellerin, though? I watched like 30 minutes, just introduced him, and Gaff just tired of Ateta. What happened to Soares? The Gaffer needs to be serious, man. Big up to Abed Samila Konga, right? Big up, bro. Great comment. Get Matthew Pereira. We need leadership in the defense. You are considering, Ziyech's chance. I was considering Ziyech's chance because you were saying it should have been 2-2. Those men, Chelsea, missed more sitters than we did. Yeah, we had more chances. I mean, we had our moments, but they should have won. They should have won it comfortably. If they're converting well, they're winning it comfortably. They are. Sambi, Nuno, and Ben played very, very well. That's a man. That's hosting tricky. Arteta is Arsenal problem, Cossy. Smith Rowe was on fire. So was Willock and Nketiah. I don't know why we are starting Alba and Lacazette, right? Have a belief that senior players don't believe in Arteta since they are in same age bracket. I don't know. I really don't think. I don't know. Suarez ahead of Bellerin. I look at them and I'm like, I would rather go for someone new. The Deadwood is the problem. That's the comment. That's the last comment I will tag. And it's surprising how these players have found their way around this football club, and they're still there. Bellerin is still there. Everyone is still there. And I'm asking, we thought it was going to be unprecedented. We thought the summer was going to be unprecedented. But, we don't have players that care, that are comfortable with the ball at their feet. Absolutely. Eric says, Cossy, Arsenal should sell Alba, but not Lacazette. Alba is fake. I'm really tired of this guy. I backed Aubameyang, by the way. I really backed Aubameyang to come back next season. Looks like my backing is not gonna be right. Looks like my backing is not gonna be right. Not really. I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't get what is so wrong with him. I don't get it. I don't know how. I don't get it. I don't get how Aubameyang declined to those standards. How he became the player is at the moment. Do you see Arsenal's problem being the board for not spending money on good players? On good players. Really, where are the $250 million? that we spoke about. Hector deserves a transfer, man. That is Conte. And Quincy says Arsenal will struggle this season, especially in January with AFCON. We will have no midfield when Partey and Elneny leave for AFCON. Yeah, that is that is the same old Arsenal, the same old talk. I mean, I feel like it's more of a regurgitation, isn't it? Thanks everybody for watching in. Do smash a like on the video, please. I'll speak to you very, very soon.